Hi, this is Ed back again with another video here for my patrons. Thank you so much as we examine 20 things from Reddit. That is 20 of the most upvoted things on Reddit. Then after we go through those 20 of them, we're going to jump into those comments there on my Patreon account and answer all those and read them out. So stay tuned for that one. There was some interesting comments there. I have to take a look at them. Thank you to everyone, of course, all my patrons. Let's just really get right into it. A few rules here before I start going. It's always got to have some kind of rule system. I'm going to be voting these from 1 to 5 on how interesting they are. I can't say I'm going to vote on how amazing or funny they are, obviously. But given the ratio of votes on these, that's 55,000, that is considerable considering these are up there. I'm going to go through about 20 of them. I'm going to be skipping politics and I'm going to be skipping any negative stories. I'm also going to be skipping promotional ads. So if you see me skip some stories, that is why. Let's just really get right into it. As you're seeing here, I've got the cursor a little bit down. That's because there were some stories above that were good stories, but they were rather negative, okay? So let's get into it. The first one here is modern tomato versus one grown from 150-year-old seeds. Look at that monster. That's how they used to grow them back in the days when there used to be fertility to the soil, perhaps. What's happened, of course, is most people don't realize the thing about even GMOs, for example. GMOs are where you go into a lab and you design your tomato. Maybe you mix in some jellyfish genes in there or whatever because you want it to glow in the dark. But the fact is that humans, they do change things over time. For instance, a banana that what it looks like today is not what a banana looked like 300 or 400 years ago. It looked quite different. In fact, the seeds were rather big in a banana. Now you can't even see the seeds really. The thing about it is that goes for a lot of different fruits. If you want an example for it, have a look at how the dog has changed through its interaction and breeding with humans. You know, conventional dog back in the days, thousands of years ago, would have looked like something similar to a dingo, they say, out of Australia. Or, you know, your wolf, for example, although a wolf cannot be domesticated in the same way other dogs can. But it would have looked similar to that. But now look at the dog. Today you've got all kinds of different dogs, like pug dogs who have very bad eyes. They look like little cute little dogs, obviously. People want to own them. I'd like to have a pug dog. Who wouldn't want to have one of them? The point is that humans have bred them to look like that. They've bred sausage dogs. Look, a sausage dog is not going to survive in the wild. Anyway, here are two. Number one here, so you can see obviously that monstrous tomato is a real monster of evolution as compared to this tomato here. Look what we've done to the world. What's this one? It says jealousy. I don't know what that means. Let's have a look here. This is number 2. I'll try to keep track of the counters. Okay, so this person is opening a box. I'll move this a little bit. Obviously I can move that around actually. They're opening a box. I don't really understand why that's jealousy. Let's see if it is a video. Let's play it here. So she's opening the box. Then we come down and it is a big bag of flowers. Ah, and this woman she gets this big bag of flowers at work. Look at the other woman's face. Look at this. Look at her face. Everyone is like happy except her. I don't know if that's jealousy. That's just someone that's probably always in a bad mood. I don't know. A person that's not very happy. I think this is probably cut from a sitcom or a TV show or something like that. It's pretty funny. I'd give that a number 3 on the interesting scale. Well, actually, let's not go overboard. I'd give it a number 2. It's very interesting. I think it's something that maybe people would share, that's for sure. Let's move over here. That is number 2. Let's go to number 3. So true. It states, profile pic. It's a profile pic. Tagged photo. making fun of people, I guess, on Facebook and stuff like that have like their profile pic, you know, they're on top of a mountain. Or they're like swimming the Atlantic Ocean on the side, or they're on some yacht, you know, looking like some kind of sailor or pirate from ages past, and some kind of romantic depiction there. You know, the wind's going through their hair and stuff, and they look like they're on a constant adventure. But when they get tagged in their photo, of course we find out that most people, guess what? They're normal. Well, most people, okay? There are some people that are on that literal perpetual adventure. So that's number 3. Let's go to number 4 here. So here is, Brit has quit. Well, actually, let's rate that. I give that a 1. It was interesting. It was quite conversational. Brit has quit his job, bought a van, and is writing "Stop Brexit" all over Europe. Stop Brexit all over Europe. Well, I didn't know it was political. The point is about this, let me just add a little bit of thing in here. The thing about this is anti... I don't mean to go into this. This is supposed to be funny things. But stop Brexit. I mean, you got to think of what the European Union is. It's anti-sovereignty of a country. It's literally what it is. It is literally Germany deciding upon the laws in Greece. How does that work? But of course, Brexit, I don't mean to go on about this, is something promoted by numerous different factions. But one of the mainstream factions, if we're discounting, you know, all of the usual suspects that I go on about on my channel, The Outer Light, you can say it's business interests. What do business interests want? Business interests, you know, if you own a factories in London, you want cheap employment. That's why they fund all of these measures. That's why that is why the European Union is so important to them, so they can import labour from Romania to work for them, or whatever scenarios. They can have cheap labour. It drives, you know, it's fine if this is a closed nation and they're doing that, but it's very difficult when you have multiple different countries doing it, because some countries import all of the labour. Meanwhile, in Romania, it's not so good there. Okay, does Romania get some of the money from London? No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. Does it get some of the investment there out of the UK? No. It doesn't benefit at all. All it does is, you know, all they do is go through an intellectual brain drain. All their best workers or whatever go off to other countries and so on. But it's more complex than that. I'll give that a 0 because I think this person works for the Illuminati. Well done there. No, I don't know. How do I know? I'm only joking. I don't know what they do with their lives. They could be doing. Anyway, judge for yourselves. Here's George Lucas, 1999. Will we get it? What is that? That's number 5. Is that number 5 there? Yes. Gets a 0. No, that's number 4. Oh my god. Let's just go back here. We can't even count. Okay, so we've got the tomato. That's 1. Jealousy 2. Profile pic 3. This one is 4. This is 5. It's like I'm a child. It's like I need a teacher with a blackboard in front of me to count for me. I need some of that lion's mane. I bought some of this lion's mane mushroom brain cell stimulant stuff that they were advertising. I did actually. I got a thing of it. I took 1 capsule and guess what? My memory did improve greatly. And then I was like, yeah, but I don't want to keep on taking this because it'll take away the memory effects later. Catch-22. It's a catch-22 in my world. It could have been just a placebo effect. I don't know. Lion's mane. Lion's mane is a type of mushroom that's white, that's got these long lion manes. Well, they take, apparently eating that as an ancient Chinese medicine actually improves your thinking. And that's why I've been taking it. That's why I took 1 capsule about a month ago. It's been in the drawer ever since. But it seemed to maybe work. I don't know. I'd have to do it for a few weeks to tell. It could just be pseudo, you know, what do you call it? Placebo effect. George Lucas, 1999. What does this mean? Play. Okay. George Lucas, welcome to the world premiere of The Phantom Menace. Your reward, behold. Now behold. Okay, so it's an advertisement back in the days using a cartoon in order to promote the Phantom Menace. That gets a 0. I'd give it negative, but I couldn't really, there's no way to really give a negative here. Number 6 here, 10,000 upvotes. These are real upvotes here, apparently, allegedly. You have to say allegedly because half of them could be bots. But they're for the game, for the day. Let's pretend we live in a normal world. Let's pretend we live in a world that works exactly like everyone's telling us. So yes, that's 10,000 real people. When I say it, it makes me laugh. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I just get a drink of water. I'll be back 1 second. Okay, Perks of Being a Programmer. This is by EMI. I think that is... Can't tell if that's a man or woman, but it looks like I speculated as a female part of the human species, although I don't entirely know. You guys, my little sister's boyfriend is a programmer. For her birthday, he made her an app that has a button on it, and when she presses the button, a light starts to blink in his room to let him know that she wants attention. Well, why not just use your voice? You know, use your lungs, use your voice. Okay, or get a big stick and tap it against the wall. 0 for that. I don't even. It's a 0 for me. I apologize if people enjoyed that immensely and laughed hysterically. Of course, the site is not supposed to be funny or anything. It's just out of all of the Reddit articles, these are the most upvoted. 177,000 likes. 30,000 retweets there. This is of the screen cap that was posted on Reddit, which has 10,000 upvotes. Are we up to number 6? Yes, we're up to number 7 now. I always have to check up here to see even if it's a promoted article. Bob Woodward and Carl Woodward, and well, this is basically the the big scandal there, Watergate. Okay. The Watergate scandal. So Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, Woodward and Carl Bernstein watching Nixon resign 44 years ago. 40,000 upvotes. And you know what this is? I don't mean to go on about this, but why is this here? Well, it's a reminder that Donald Trump is in the same situation. Whether you believe that or not, I don't. Just more little subtle bits of suggestion. Little subtle bits of suggestion over and over again. Wonder how much that cost. I'm getting cynical in my older age. 6.9k. Water is wet. Okay, we have to see the full image here, so we're going to have to do that, which is press the middle button of my mouse, which someone taught me about when I was making these videos almost a year ago now. They said, Ed, you press the middle button of the mouse if you want to open a new tab. And I was like, really? And then I tried it and it worked. I have been thinking about this a while now. How do you know, other than what we've been told, that water is made of H2O? Also, if that's the case, why can't we make more of it? Why can't we make more for the people who need it? Like literally take 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen, mix it, and boom, we have water, right? Doesn't that sound right to me? Where are the chemists at? What am I missing? Well, the main thing that I think is missing from that is the amount of energy that's required in order to create the water. I mean, you're dealing with a lot of machinery and energy in order to take oxygen and hydrogen, apparently, and put it together. So, anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, so I just looked it up then, I just paused it for a moment, and they say the main problem with manufacturing water is energy. Also noting that oxygen and hydrogen are both explosives. Well, they're very ignitable and hazardous if they're, So it would be a hazardous situation in terms of hydrogen and oxygen being flammable. Okay, very flammable. And so just the whole procedure would be too intense. It's what they call not economically viable. Not a viable solution to the problem. I don't even know, what is this? Water is wet. Okay, I don't know what the question is. I don't know what the meaning of that is. That is 7 anyway. I don't know what it is. Don't know what's upvoted, so I can't really... I don't understand it. I mean, that's the reasonality which I gave, then looked it up at, I think, the similar reasonality the scientists are giving when I googled it just now, to see if my suspicions were correct. This is 8, Bikini Bottom Twitter. 15 years ago, this little rock rose above the odds and won the Bikini Bottom snail race. Let's give him the respect he deserves and remind Reddit what a true champion looks like. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just that Bikini Bottom, okay, is like from the SpongeBob universe. I know this because my younger sister used to watch it on television, back in the 90s. I think SpongeBob came out, maybe... What year did SpongeBob come out? Maybe 1998 or something. So, yeah, it's a rock. I guess that's number 8, give or take. Hey, Reddit. Well, I'll give that a 1. It's funny to me anyway. Hey, Reddit. Okay, it tricked us. It says promoted. Oh, it's so... and it got all these upvotes. It almost tricked me. Let's just scroll past that little trick. Landlord blocks Planet Fitness. Look at this. Pay rent! Exclamation point. Well, yeah, you've got to pay your rent, and someone else owns the building, right? So you got to pay your rent for it. Well, it's a picture. Okay, that's 8, I think. Is that 8? We're on 9 anyway. Georgia defends voting system despite 243% turnout in one precinct. The Onion. I don't know if that's an Onion article. It says not The Onion. So that's a real article. That has to go into the dailyrabbithole.com if that's real. Okay, it's real. It's a real article. Look at that. Georgia defends voting system despite 243% turnout in one precinct. It's going... I have to do some more research in that, but that looks like that's going in the rabbit hole. Okay? That is number 1. That's pretty interesting stuff. I have to research it, read all about it. Do some research into that, of course. But yeah, it's the voting systems worldwide are just frauds. Okay? They just create the illusion that the people have a voice and are connected to the democratic institutions under which they are, exist. For the most part, it's heavily rigged. Even if the voting system works, they install but well, let's not get too into that. We're getting negative here. Number 10. No look shot at the Badminton World Championships. No look shot. Let's have a look here. Okay. Oh, that is a pretty good shot. Gets a 1 out of 10 for story number 10 here. Let's go to 11. What is that? Okay, we're going to have to press the middle button again so we can open this up. What is this? This is startled cats. Then we have to press another thing to open this one up. So let's play the video. Okay, there's a cat. What is it? What is it? I don't know. There's a cat looking up there at the top. I don't know. Startled cats. I mean, cats get startled. That's just the way it is, right? I mean, 0 out of 10. I mean, it just happens. Ice diamond. Okay, let's check this one out. Okay, it's creating an ice diamond. Okay. It's the world's longest ice diamond. Let's forward it a little bit. Okay, well, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Look at the size of it. Very good cutting, though, isn't it? I mean, it, you know. Okay, so it's for a drink. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's a drink, but you have to take it out and throw it in the bin in order to drink your drink. Probably achieve the same thing by just getting diamond molds and pouring water in them. Okay, so that's 12. Here's 13. I'll give that 0, by the way. OOF, owie, it hurts. How do you break out of this room, Dad? I don't know. We should try using our teeth. This isn't working. Let's try our eyeballs. Ah, yes, it worked. We are free, son. Maybe I'm out of the loop completely on that. I don't even understand what that is. At all. I don't understand it. Apparently it's got its eyeballs poking out of the glass there. You can just see them. I mean, I don't know. It's 13. Get a drink of water. Be back 1 second. So this is every morning my cats form a line to drink out of the sink. They always wait their turn. That is not a video. That is just a picture. It's 14. Gets a 0. You can kiss that money goodbye. Hall of Fame Twitter. You all need to have a come to Jesus meeting and realize you're not getting this money back. Student debt crisis. Today the student debt crisis has reached $1 billion. Well, it's about being indebted. That's the point, right? They indebt people. The whole thing is just, I mean, you know, to get learn about philosophy or critical thought and stuff like this. If you go to university, you're dealing with about 30k. You'd think that would be an important thing to install within the public educational systems, that you wouldn't have to go there, but whatever. Georgia defends voting system. We've already seen this. It says it's misleading headline now. I was applying for Australian citizenship and the interviewer asked, do you have a criminal record? I said, no. Is that still required? That's a good one there, considering Australia was founded apparently on criminals. That is the famous saying. Actually, in truth, what happened is if you were starving and you stole a loaf of bread, well, you know, there were lots of things that were just trumped up. They'd say you stole a loaf of bread, even if maybe you didn't, or they say that you were jaywalking or whatever. They'd put you all on a boat and send you there. Of course, there were some hardened criminals that went along with that. I mean, colonised by criminals. Apparently, that's how it says. Of course, the Aborigines and the Indigenous people were there beforehand. I don't know. What are we up to? Anybody know? I don't know. I think 16. I think this is 16. This is the last note my grandfather left my grandma before he died. He attached it to his will because he knew that that's the only time she would find it. This I will remember. When the rest of my life is through, the finest thing I've ever done is simply loving you. Wow. It's got a heartwarming note there, isn't it? It's the last words of someone. It's obviously you can't. It would be out of form, bad form, for me to rate something like that, because it's obviously a sentimental message of a dying person. So we'll go to the next one, but very heartwarming there message, no doubt about that. Number 7 here, number 18. Okay, we're at number 18 here. Losing your marbles. Looks like an invention. So he's got an event. Oh, he had all of his marbles from his machine and they all fell out. Look at his face. It's like 50 hours work to put them back in. I shouldn't be laughing at that. It's so funny. Okay, that's a 2 on the scale. It's a moment recorded. Of course, all in good fun. He'll be able to stick them all back together. I'm not exactly sure what that machine is, actually. It's some kind of marble-orientated musical device that he's constructed there. I'm sure it'll play. So here we are at 18, is it? I dropped my Lego house I built 10 years ago down the stairs. I dropped my Lego house I built 10 years ago down the stairs. Oh well, that's the way it goes. That's why you have to use super glue. You know? Glue it all together and it'll just be a hard piece of plastic. I give that about a 1. He forgot to disable no clipping. Okay, this is 20 here. Holy cow, look at it. Look at that. Look at him, he's just jumping along there. He thinks that he goes straight into the river because he thinks that it's still flat land. Oh, he's like hilarious. Look at him. Going along, bam, straight into the water. Looks like animal sixth sense. That's a sixth sense failure by the animal there. He's probably going out to all the other animals out there and he's going, look at me. Look at how I roll. Straight into a power pole. I'll give that a 3. That's actually quite funny, actually. Promoted. Donate blood only. Last 42 days. Last one here. By kicking a chestnut, stopping traffic for an hour and getting cornered by a lynch mob. Oh, it's pretty long there. Let's try to find one that's visual. This has got some curve. Effin' mastermind at KFC drive-thru just after if I was sitting in or taking away. Hey, hold the door open, Tay. A reserve inside you. I don't know what that means. What is that? What kind of people talk like that? It's like another language or something. Let's keep on going. Cursed pocket. It doesn't look like it's sunshine. Okay. Let's just scientists. Okay, this one. This is it. This is the last one. Scientists in a movie explaining how a wormhole works. Starter pack. Scientists explaining how a wormhole works. We've seen it a million times. They fold the sheet and put a pencil through. Jackie Chan and a film crew rescued during mudslide while shooting for Project X. Let's keep on going. Let's find one. Okay, so here it is. No one. I don't understand what it is. Like, nobody loves him more than April. I just don't really understand what is that. I don't know. Someone from... Okay, here we go. It's always best to scare your picnic into submission. This must be a video. Okay, let's see it. Is this promoted? Is this an ad for coolers or something? Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand what it means. I'm completely out of the loop. Okay, waking up to the smell of fresh bacon. This should be fun because pet videos are usually pretty good. Let's play this one. This is the last. Look at him. Fresh bacon. He's not going to get any of that bacon though. Can't feed dogs bacon, of course, apparently. You can feed them a little bit, but you have to feed them proper food. Bacon actually has sulfates in it, so it's not so good for them. But he wants a slice. You'd have to give him a little bit. If you're eating some bacon there, you'd have to throw him a strip. You'd have to, right? You couldn't deprive a dog with a face like that, a piece of bacon. Even if it is bacon. I don't think it is. It's just what the meme is. Okay. Okay, so that is 20. So let's jump over to comments from the last video here. Next time, read your favorite anti-jokes at antijoke.com. Lol. Who knew this was going to go so badly? As the last video, it went really bad. It was like really trucking through those jokes. It just felt like every single one was taking away a bit of my soul. That's how unfunny they were. Antijoke.com, I guess, is jokes that are just completely not funny. Let's have a look at a couple of there from David Day. An Irishman. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? The Holocaust. Okay, anti-joke. An Irishman walks out of a bar. Why did the boy drop the ice cream? Because he was hit by a bus. Roses are red, violets are blue, I have a gun, get in the van. Okay, so these are supposed to be things that are not funny. That are, but look how many upvotes there goes, like 26,000. Knock knock, who's there? To who? To whom? A dyslexic man walks into a bra. I'm saying that dyslexic people like me can't spell properly. It's supposed to be bar, of course, but they've spelled it bra. That's actually a rather interesting site there. I've never actually come across anti-jokes in my life before. Maybe we'll read a couple of those next time. Thank you, David Day. Here's a Steel Bearing Hand here. I agree, it seems like an AI psyop. This is about those jokes. Okay, I'll give it a shot. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy and the other one is a little lighter. It's actually better than all the jokes that actually were on that joke site, actually. Little lighter mean a Zippo lighter there for the people that don't get it. Thank you there, Steel Bearing Hand. Thank you very much for that. That's a very good one. Katie here. Thank you for your reply to my comment. I was thinking pretty much just what you said, but I couldn't put it into words eloquently like you did. I don't think I have the gift of eloquent speech, but thank you very much, Katie. Thank you so much for that. Let's take a look at the next one. This is Clarity of Signal here. He runs a Steemit site. Also, I'm actually a follower of Clarity of Signals on Steemit, although I don't read a lot of Steemit itself. Hi Ed, I'm not sure if you saw this when it occurred back in February at the Oscars, but it's worth bringing back into the public's attention considering all that's going on now. During the 2018 Oscars, Hollywood's Academy of Motion Pictures and Scientists put the 8-year-old's daughter of a terrorist from Syria in the center of their #MeToo related main Oscar performance. The video is definitely worth a watch as it ties in all the things going on now, including US and UK support for murderous terrorists in Syria, the White Helmets ruse. Hollywood gave their movie an Oscar in 2017, and Hollywood elites, etc., Simon & Schuster, J.K. Rowling, Bana Alabed, under their wing. Sorry, the screen's a bit small. I just have to blow this up if I'm going to read. Usually I have it up large as my eyesight's just... I don't know why I can't go across now. Well, we just move this across like that. We'll just move the whole screen recorder. Okay, the US. It was quite important that the public be woken up to the proverbial very dark nature of all this, in my opinion. Hopefully you can share it with your discerning audience and help reawaken some folks as to what may have been missed. Best regards. And here we have the links here, so let's have a look at Clarity of Signals links. I also want to inform you and your readers that I am an admin for White Helmets Exposed on Twitter, where I post up the latest information of the war in Syria, etc. Let's take a look at some of these. Now playing on DTube, Clarity of Signal from 5 months ago, called Exploiting 8-year-old Daughter of Terrorist in Syria for Women's Empowerment Movement. Very interesting. Now, they do exploit everyone, I think. Looks like the YouTube version might have gone AFK here. Yeah, the YouTube has taken it down, but you can see that on Zero Hedge. for more information, I'll give this a read a bit later, and link will be placed in the comment section. Actually, you can just see them in the last article there. Thank you for that clarity of signal. Here's the other one, which is their Twitter as well, as you can see here. So let's just jump over to back again. Elizabeth here. Elizabeth M. Get yourself that vacation, Ed. Well, I want to go on vacation. I'd really like to go on a cruise in the Caribbean one day. But I don't know. I don't need a big vacation, really. I just need, expensive vacation. Anyway, I couldn't afford it. Let's keep things in reality. What I would do, though, is probably just take the house bus somewhere down into the middle of nowhere and go fishing for a while. Stick up the night vision camera equipment to see if I catch any UFOs. Do a little bit of the old something like that. Almost lost a hula. Oh, I don't know what that means, Elizabeth. I'm not sophisticated. I don't know what that sounds like, but it sounds like will to live. Okay, so that's will to live there. Not that it makes a much better joke. There has to be better sites to lift the vibration. Lols. Be not so amazed, and Reddit jokes are bust. Lol. Well, I think Be Amazed is actually pretty good. It's Be Amazed is okay, but just general Reddit, which we just covered, it is what it is. There are other places, I'll search for them though. Thank you, Elizabeth. Here is Lisa B79 here. Hi Ed, I would still listen to you telling bad jokes, but maybe everyone else lost their sense of humour. Maybe it's supposed to be the worst jokes. Maybe in Mirror World. In Mirror World, where did all the good jokes go? In Mirror World. Well, they're not around anymore. The SJWs have destroyed jokes. Destroyed everyone's sense of humour. Thank you all so much for your support. You can check out Clarity of Signals links. Just go back to the prior article there. It'll be in the comments section. I'm not going to post a link to the Reddit site itself because it's just reddit.com. And by the time you go to it, since they're front page articles, they would have changed anyway. So there's not really much point in posting a link to that. In the meantime, though, go out and do your own research and, of course, decide for yourselves what to believe. Maybe you disagree with me. You don't think that the rock Bikini there from Bikini Bottom, who won the prize, is not the greatest rock of all time. I don't know. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for your support. And I'll see you for another Patreon video the day after tomorrow. Thank you so much for your support. This is Ed from the Outer Light channel, The Daily Rabbit Hole, and where this is posted called Secret Journey. In the meantime, stay safe, and I'll see you all later.